Hey guys, Rob or Panics here, and welcome to Web Design and Coding for Beginners Part 2. Today we're going to be talking about CSS and containers, and starting from where we left off. So I'm going to unhide my desktop, and we're going to go to Website Tutorial, and we're going to open Index, right-click, open with Dreamweaver. And as you can see, I've made the font a little bit bigger, and I've put the character set meta tag in from before. So this is where we left off. This is where the download from episode 1 was, and we're going to go from here. So we're going to start by linking a CSS file. So within your head, below your title, let's put a line in and go to open bracket, link, and you can see Dreamweaver starts to pop up and say like, do you want link? Press yes, or press enter, and it does it better when you started typing. If I type LIN, the only thing it can be is link. So press enter, and it's there. And you'll learn to use that. It will speed you up as you go along, but it's the only thing that I use in Dreamweaver that Notepad doesn't really have. So link, and then you want rel, R-E-L, and if you press enter after you get to when it shows you the rel, it will give you the nice quotation marks ready to go. But if you don't, it's equals open quotation and then style sheet, and then again the close quotation marks at the end, and then you want type, which is going to be text /CSS close quotation mark, and then the last one is the nice and easy one, is where you've actually put it. Now we haven't put it anywhere yet, but we're going to put it there in a sec. And you want href, R-E-H-E-F, not href, href equals, and we're going to call it style CSS eventually, but it's not existing yet. Go to style.css, close that, and then you want a / close, because there's nothing else in that tag. So there you go. That, if you give it a second, will pop up here, and it's saying, but hang on a minute, style CSS doesn't exist. Why have you done this? So that's what we're going to do next. So we're going to go to File, New, and you see I've got it ready. We head on HTML4, just go down to CSS, and there's no type of layout, just click create. And if you're on Notepad, this is literally the top bit you need, is @set UTF-8, and then there's a CSS comment. But these will all be in the download, so if you don't have Dreamweaver, you can download it and see where you are. So we're going to File, Save As, and we're going to call this one style.css. Now make sure it's in the same place as where your index.html is. Save it, and then close it. And now, if you click on style, it's got your style sheet. Bingo! So that's the beautiful thing about Dreamweaver. That's the other thing I use quite a lot, is that they're in one place. You've got one file open, you've got your source code, and then you've got your style sheets. If you had lots more style sheets in, they come along here. So that's pretty much it. That's how to install a style sheet. Now that'd be a pretty short, boring tutorial. So we're going to do some actual coding today, which is cheeky. But I'm going to start by explaining the difference between HTML and CSS and how they work together. Now HTML is pretty much the framework. So you set the text that's going to be there. You set which boxes it's going to be in, and then the CSS says you've called this box box 1. Box 1 has the color red. So CSS applies the color, applies the styles, where it is, basically what it looks like. So imagine a scaffolding rig for a music venue, and then the posters or the big banners, the stuff that go on it. The banners is the CSS, the scaffolding is the HTML. It's really easy, and we're going to get straight into it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to type, "Hi, my name is Rob." Now, obviously your name isn't Rob, but, well, it might be actually. Who knows? We hit Command S or Control S, and we're going to preview in Chrome. Now, it's opened it in that bloody other window. There you can see, there we are. That's your website, done and dusted. Thank you very much. Good night. No. But it's a good start. This is your website. "Hi, my name is Rob." It's a good start. But we're going to want to code it. We're going to make it look nice. So we're going to open your CSS. And let's just start by making the background a color. So we're going to type body. Now we're styling the body, we're not styling a specific body, so body is just fine on its own. And then you want to type background dash color, and then a semicolon, and then just any kind of hex code. So let's pick a nice dark grey, and then close it. And then see, I'm always pressing Control S, so that when I press Control Tab and I switch back to my Chrome where I'm previewing it and refresh it, bingo, it's there. So how easy was that? How really cheeky and easy was that? Now what we're going to do is something slightly more difficult, is centering it. So at the moment, when you resize it, it's not in the middle. It's not in the middle. And all your modern websites, it's like whatever you have, whether or not it's left or right aligned, it's in a box in the middle basically. And there's two ways of doing this. You can have it reactive, so as your site gets wider or slimmer, your box reacts, or you can have it as one fixed site and hope that everybody can see it. Now the first one is quite tricky and difficult, so we're going to start with a fixed container. Now most people set the width as 900, so that's what we're going to go with. So we're going to start by just deleting the "Hi, my name is Rob" and putting some lines in the body. So this is basically where all your stuff is going to go. Now if I'm doing this too quickly, don't worry, just go back and rewatch it, pause it and type it. If you want to, obviously I've got the download for this in the description. Have that open in a separate thing so you can see how and compare it and see how you're doing. So we're going to want to tab in and then hit pointy bracket div, and then let's just close the div. And if we put the, again, tabbing in so that you know what's within that div, "Hi, my name is Rob." Now if we go back, I'm hitting Command S all the time, and you can see my file thing blinks when I do it. Bingo. But nothing's changed. This is in a box, but the box isn't styled. The box is just sitting there. The box has no width, it has no anything. So to make it something, you have to give it either a class or an identity. Now a class can be used as many times as you like within a website, and an identity can only be used once. Now, you might think, well, why not just use a class every time? But if you're only using it once, the identity is quicker. It won't keep searching for it throughout the website, and it just speeds it up. So we've got one container. Everything is going to go inside said container. So we're going to go div, ID, because it's an identity, and then we've got the brackets, the equals, and then the quotes. And we're going to call it container, and close the quotes. There you are. Has that changed anything? No, it hasn't. So we're going to go over to the style CSS, and we're going to put in a comment so that we know where we are in our CSS. At the moment, we've only got one line of CSS, but as your document evolves and gets bigger, your CSS will start to grow. Like, I think mine's at like 300 lines, and I've got 3 or 4 of them. I separate them for ease. But you want to put a comment in, so /*/ anything in between these two stars won't be read by your web browser. So you can call it knobhead or whatever you like. I'm going to call mine sensibly and call it container. And it's basically just so that you know where you are. You can hit Command F and find the thing. So we're now, for IDs, you have to do hash before it and then container, the name of your ID. To do a hash on a Mac, if you don't know this, and you're always finding it a nightmare to hashtag on Twitter, it's Alt and 3. You can thank me later for that one. Took me a while to work that one out, but it's fine. And again, like we did with the body, curly brackets. Has that done anything? No, because we've not actually said what container does. Now let's do something really easy and set the container's background color, like we did with the body. So let's set it to a slightly darker background color 222. And I'm constantly pressing Command S. I can't stress how important that is. Command S, and then I'm Alt tabbing. You can click on Chrome. Oh, sorry, I'm really congested. And then hit refresh, and you'll see that our div is nice and coloured now, but it's too big. It sits in the middle, but that's only because there's nothing else around it. Sorry, I'm really, really congested today. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it to width 900, or 900 pixels rather. And again, this will all be in the download, so don't worry if you're not following or you want to go back and check it. press Command S, and then refresh. Now you can see it's 900 pixels wide, but it's not in the middle, and you can't see the text. So we're going to do another cheeky one. Color, FFF, and now your text is visible. That was just so that I could see what I was doing. And then the last thing we're going to do today is center this. What's it called? The container. So the way to do this is one of those things you just have to take my word for it until we can explain it at a later date, is the margin. If you set, not margin, margin, M-A-R-G-I-N, margin, and you're going to want to set the top and bottom margin to 0, and then the left and right margin, if you set them to auto, it balances them out. Then close the tag, press Command S, and refresh. And there we have it. There's a container. Whatever you want to put in this container, you can make it as big or as small as you like. It will be centered. And we'll talk about styling it next time and making it look good as we develop it, and placement. But that's basically it. So that's how you create a container and how you do the basics of your CSS file. Yeah, this has been it's been an 11-minute tutorial on inserting a style sheet and creating a container. These are the very, very basic parts of your website. This is the structure that you build your website around. But the truth is, this is the difficult bit. So it just gets easy from now, and the most difficult bit is making the decisions as to where you want stuff to go and actually what you want on the website. So I hope this has been informative, and I look forward to bringing you part 3 very soon, where I don't know what I'll cover yet, but hopefully I'll know by then. I've been Rob Panics, and it's been absolutely fantastic to talk to you again, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.